Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the SideKick Power Hour as we are counting down to season 5 of Skeleton Crew, the web series that is created, produced, written by, directed by, starring Joshua R. Pangborn, my co-host every week. Josh, tell us what we're up for tonight.
Well, tonight it's unbelievably been 13 weeks since we started doing SideKick Power Hour, and that means that tonight is our 12th episode because our first episode you can go back and rewatch, and it was a hullabaloo bonanza of songs and music and comedy, celebrating all things SideKick Productions. So that means 12 weeks later, we are at the episode 12 of season 1, and it is the season finale. And then we're going to have some special guests, and I think, Nakia, there's a musical episode we should talk about, too.
Well, there's lots of stuff happening, obviously, with the musical episode. We could really use your help to finish it. That means pay for it. This stuff is not free or cheap, so you can help us by making a donation to the Venmo or the PayPal right there. If you make a donation tonight, make a comment in the comments below. Let us know that you made a donation so we can give you a shout out on here for sure. And definitely, we have a lot happening on this show tonight. And of course, we have our audience question. This week, our audience question is, what is your favorite episode from season 1? Because this is it. This is the end of season 1. So what's been your favorite episode so far? Maybe it's tonight's episode and you don't even know yet. That's okay. In the meantime, be thinking about how much money you have in the bank and how much you want to give to SideKick Productions. But first, before we start taking your money, let's make sure to get our guest in. This week, we are joined, of course, by the one, the only, Stuart Kiczek.
Hello.
There he is. Hi,
Hello,
Stuart.
everyone.
Welcome back. Everybody knows Stuart plays Father Anglicus on Skeleton Crew, but he also plays Barth on Demon Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Oh, and we have some Demon Doctor news for you this week as well.
Ooh.
I don't think Stuart even knows about it. Over the weekend, I discovered that Demon Doctor was accepted into another festival, everyone.
What?
This is so exciting. Nikki, I think it's in the side, if you can bring it up. We're going to the Ozark Mountain Web Fest.
Wow.
Are we going to the Ozark?
No, because it is virtual. So we are going to virtually go there, though, with our emotions and our minds and our computers. But what's super cool about this, everybody, we are accepted for Best Horror, and they only took 3 horror web series.
What?
We were one of 3 horror web series.
Really close, yeah.
Wow.
So
really cool.
One of 3 horror web series that, of all the people that submitted to them, we are one of 3 that got in. So I am super psyched.
And I'm super excited because we have 3 guests tonight, not 2. But we're also so grateful for all the love that y'all show to Demon Doctor. So for tonight's special guest, it is a little bit of a La Petite Morte reunion as we welcome back to the show Kimberley Shoniker and Ellen Orlando.
What is up? Hi. Hello.
Hi, welcome back to both of you. We're so happy you can be here for our extra special season 1 finale episode. Ellen, looking back, what were some of the hardest parts about filming this season?
One memory comes to mind, and Josh and Stuart, I don't know if you guys remember this particular day. We were filming in someone's apartment. It was in Astoria, and it was like, I'm not joking, 100 degrees. And of course, the wonderful world of film, you can't run an AC. So we were like literally just like in between takes, like mopping sweat off of our, brows. And I think there's also when Jay gets on the horse, like with the horse head, when he gets up, you can see his back is like covered.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Not easy wearing the dress, but everybody else, man, that was a rough one. But
in a rubber horse head.
The show definitely has its hot moments, and we are excited to have Kimberley back tonight. Now, Kimberley, your character does finally get some revenge for how she's been treated all season. do you have any favorite revenge fantasy films or stories?
So I have to say I'm gonna go with a classic and say J-Lo in Enough. Oh my god,
Oh.
your bad wig, fucking learning how to box. You love that
Yeah.
shit, right? It's a keeper. It's a keeper.
Yeah. Stuart, what about you? Revenge story, movie, film, television?
I'm gonna.
Think about it while Josh answers. He clearly has an answer.
Well, I've got two answers. I've got Bambi, and no, I'm not. But really, probably my favorite revenge story is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. I mean, that's a classic one, and that is revenge.
I'm thinking about. I'm thinking Stuart's going to give us a horror reference.
Actually, no. I'm going with Invincible Pole Fighter, which is also known as 8 Diagram Pole Fighter when it was released in the U.S. originally.
Of course, totally. 8 pulgram, yeah, that.
Invincible Pole Fighter, yeah.
I have to say that for me, my favorite like revenge or kind of story is the Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Heck
You
yeah.
They kind of come together to take revenge on Freddy. I mean, of course, it backfires for most of them.
I'm Team Kirsten all the way.
Now, before we get to tonight's,
What about Ellen? Does Ellen have a revenge story?
I thought
I'm literally racking my brain and I can't think of it.
Okay, so I was psychically connected to Ellen's lack. So before we get into tonight's big finale for the season, Josh, you've been working on some storyboarding. So for folks back at home, what you don't know is Friday night, myself, Josh, Stuart, and other members of the SideKick family all got together and we read through the musical episode, and we played the songs where they appeared as they are right now. They're not finished, but part of our feedback, mine specifically, was, Josh, it'd be great if we could see what's happening. We should do some storyboarding, and by we, of course, I mean you. Because you have
What's in your mind? Let it flourish.
And Josh actually over the weekend, because he's a freaking workaholic, decided that he was going to create a storyboard for one of the songs that we have yet to film, which is Father Anglicus's song, When Love's Not Enough. And we're going to be premiering that storyboard for you right now. So folks at home, let me just make sure you understand this. Not only is this the first time anybody's hearing When Love's Not Enough in the public, remember, it's not finished, but it's also the first time that we've seen any kind of visual representation of what the movement is going to be like for this. And Josh, you can tell us a little bit about how you created this when we're done. But this is When Love's Not Enough from the musical episode, which we could assure you you're help paying for.
A kiss seals the deal, or it's supposed to, isn't it? When two people fall in love, their story goes on and on, right? That's all well and good, but then why does it sometimes feel so rushed? Can somebody tell me what happens when love's not enough? Sometimes you plan, sometimes you dream, sometimes Lady Luck smiles upon you, it seems. But then you open your eyes and reality is so rough. Can somebody tell me what happens when love's not enough? Sometimes you scheme, sweat, hope, and pray just to get by. Sometimes you do nothing and life seems to go your way. I wish, but then you get shot down again and reality is tough. Can somebody tell me what happens when love's not enough? The book is over, the tale is told. So why are you and he spending years growing old? The truth is your stars are crossed and the promises were all up. Can
Yay! So
That's an incredible song, Nakia. I am super excited for people to hear Stuart sing that.
Stuart's going to be singing it. What you're hearing right there is me singing it, obviously. Stuart has an amazing voice, and so we're all really excited for him to sing this. Josh, Stuart, I mean, what is your reaction to seeing this for the first time?
Intimidated.
Well, I mean, look, it's a big number for you. It's your first time singing on camera.
I would certainly say so.
Yeah, that you know of, so I think that's you'll be fine. And listen,
challenge accepted.
I'm going to be rehearsing with you every week leading up to
We're going to get it. We're going to keep working until we get it right.
We sure are. Now, before we get into anything else, I do want to remind you one more time. I know we're going to talk about it a lot, but hi, Will. That's my bestie, Will.
Hello, bestie, Will.
Will is part of Movie Bears. Great podcast. So don't forget, you can help make a donation at Venmo or PayPal to help pay for this music. So, all right. We're definitely going to have some fun with that. Y'all are in a real treat tonight. We're going to shift into tonight's episode. It's season 1, episode 12. It's called Bare Bones.
Get it?
It is the season finale. And it aired originally February 7th of 2016.
Oh my
Which feels like 10 years ago.
Jesus Christ. We've lived 4 lifetimes since then.
Oh my God.
Totally.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago.
And yet it was.
Wow. We've been doing this for 3 months. Hoo-ha.
I can't believe you were attacked. How is this the first I'm hearing about this?
Come to rehearsal once in a while. Maybe you'll find these things out.
I'm half the nurse. I'm hardly in the play. Since you could have called me.
Oh, well, we're not exactly on the best of terms, are we, Gina? You've been so spiteful towards me, even after you came to me for help.
I still can't believe you keep.
Stuart, what are you eating?
I brought a snack for the season
I
finale.
know. I'm jealous.
I have a mixed berry muffin. I thought,
Could you get that for me? Uh-oh.
That's basically what my hair does right now, by the way, what Cap's doing. Right? That's my hair, if it's not pulled back.
Madman attacked me and sliced my face.
it's all the humidity.
You, my husband, is sleeping with another woman. Come on in, I'll get wine.
Indulgence. There are few things more comforting
I wonder who that woman is.
to excess.
Some harlot.
So,
Sounds like the
that
People's
guy
Court.
who stiffed me on the tip.
Yes, it's night
The
court.
guy with the cowboy hat? Yeah. You know what he said to me?
Let me guess. He grabs his crotch and he goes, I got a special tip for you right here. And some extra.
That's how I say hello to people.
I do know.
He tried the same thing on me last week. I told him to go eat a couple of cheeseburgers and, maybe.
I've used that one.
Good thing you didn't. I took him to that storage closet all the way in the back, where no one could see. That's something extra. Prince.
You gotta watch it when you stick it, man.
Yeah. Like you, huh?
Oh, Dennis.
Oh,
Benny,
Oh my God! Look at that
this is
pose.
enough.
Oh my
The
God.
first time was cute.
Did
in a
they
kind
just
of
notice him, or did he
sad and
manage to
pathetic
creep in
kind
there
of way.
quietly?
The second time was annoying, and the third time I lost my temper, which I'm sorry, but it was frustrating. But this is now, it's bordering on sick now.
Clutches my pearls.
What the?
What happened to you?
Oh, God.
My mother told her friends. My friend's sons work with me. They held me down. They took a piece of glass and made me sure
Why does he keep grabbing it?
It stinks.
Because that's
everyone knew what I
when you're
was.
injured. You keep grabbing the wound. It helps.
And then
They
you
laughed as they
Superman your
did it.
shit your way through it.
And after they finished, they pissed on me.
Now
It's
that
fun.
part sounds like my last dinner party.
Dennis!
Here's my defense mechanism.
Just wanted to show you. to thank you for all the help you've given me. Because of you, I lost everything. I've been sleeping in my car the last few weeks. All I had was work. It wasn't much, but it was mine. Now I can't even pick up people's trash in peace. I just wanted to thank you for, how do you put it? Fixing me.
Vinny, look.
Forget it. Just go live your life. I don't have that luxury anymore.
I think the bandage was melting off, and he just kept holding it in place to make sure it didn't fall.
Otherwise, it would have flipped on.
It was another hot day.
People
Yeah.
worrying about too much of a good thing can lead to disaster.
That pink line.
It's ridiculous.
I
If
can't.
it makes you happy.
So that's how you dress
Yeah.
to a divorce reveal party.
But that's what you were went after you said
wanted to get a divorce.
The papers have come
He
through.
said
I
he's
wore
been
something.
sleeping with someone
you
else.
know.
And can you imagine that? I mean, I'm gonna be divorced by a divorce lawyer. Not sure that's how irony works. Oh, come on, Gina.
What are y'all drinking?
I think it's that classic, vitamin water Chardonnay.
Yeah.
I know.
The 16
right on our
engine.
lives and everything.
Really
I just
rosy.
can't right now. I can't.
It's so rosy, it's purple.
We've got plenty of time. I mean, you just know that it happens.
That could be the
to
color
other
correction
people,
too.
You know, I mean, yeah, every day, but you never think it's gonna happen.
Where are y'all?
You know,
Is this
other
Chaz's
people
apartment?
know,
The quote-unquote
but you-
hot apartment that was mentioned earlier in the Q&A section.
I feel like this was one of those days too.
Look at this. These were even bought by money of other people getting divorced. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, Polly's had a breast augmentation?
I'm an idiot to you.
It's
Yeah.
canon.
I am.
Canon.
I am. And I'm sorry that I'm doing it in front of you. Especially because I'm starting to feel sorry for you because of all that you've been through. I mean, someone left you looking like the Bride of Frankenstein. I'm not supposed to feel sorry for you.
It's like this big of a scar. Like it's not that big.
We're often surprised how we feel when there's a lack of control. But it's important to get that control back.
I enjoyed reading Veronica.
Right. Yeah, I
Thank
gotta
you.
get the control back. That's what I need to do.
He didn't say anything about who it was, did he?
It's you.
That he was leaving me. That was it.
Wow.
Oh, that's all you have to say, Gina?
Yeah. Drink up.
I'm just surprised. I'm just very surprised.
Oh, and now I'm out of wine.
Been there.
Oh,
Really?
yeah, not a problem. I'll be right back.
Actually, she really reminds me of my friend Krista in this scene.
Just hate what this must be doing to her. No.
I mean,
I feel like it's my fault that Evan's even her lawyer. I just kept prodding at her to hire him, and now I feel like she's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I'm stuck between stuff.
I wish that I could just get back
I'm
at
just
him,
getting
and
Jessica
just
Rabbit
scare the
Gilman
living daylights
from
out of
that
him and
dress.
just make him squirm.
Yeah, I don't get why she's wearing that, but okay.
Yeah.
Choice.
Have you met Ashley? Really?
Yeah, choice.
Post up on my business card.
My business card is my front door sign.
These people? Well, when I find out they're in too deep, it isn't pretty.
What?
Welcome to Madam.
Gorgeous, I take you to the news.
Did you tell Evelina about us?
I didn't tell her about us. Not yet. I just told her that I'm leaving her. And I'm leaving her for you. I
Oh.
love you.
And I told you.
The question is, would you trust a lawyer who has Buddha as an entrance?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I mean, he's
We
not
should
the
go.
best
I
one.
want you to move in with me.
I like my lawyer to have a door. I don't know. Simple request.
Because I can do so much better than you.
I love that.
Damn.
Sorry, but if you're gonna go and ruin it, then that's it. I'm not gonna settle. Not the second time around.
But I gave up everything for you.
He gave up his door.
I gave you the door off my back.
What a bitch. Ugh.
Are they just watching her while she sleeps?
She's not sleeping.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's gone.
I found her like this earlier today. Contact her daughter.
I found her like this, and we just decided to leave her there. So, should we call someone?
We can leave her.
You don't have to feel bad for her.
I feel bad.
He doesn't feel anything.
Hey,
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
No, only 4. Besides, she had her.
Only?
She didn't want to be a victim, so she made a choice. A choice to fight.
It's so quiet.
There's a lot to unpack there. I'm seeing cycles of abuse.
It's not goodness or badness. I just see her.
I knew I made the right choice when I decided to help you.
Wait. What? What?
Murderer.
What?
This is the weirdest start to a porn, but I'm kind of into it.
She's
That's
dead,
a necrophilia kind of
dead
porn.
and loving it.
When given to your deepest desires, no,
Oh,
that's when you learn who you.
Good old Maspeth.
Here she comes.
That's when the truth comes out.
Good morning, Mr. Colgus.
Stephanie, what is it? I'm busy.
Oh, I just wanted to see if you needed
Rude.
any assistance with anything.
No, Stephanie, thank you. I just need to jot down a few of my ideas before my meeting this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Colgus, I thought you knew. That meeting got moved up. You need to be in the boardroom in 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I left you a memo. You were late this morning. Maybe you missed it. You got so many memos.
Because you're terrible.
Now, how can I do that? I'm just a secretary.
I'll be with you later if you're lucky that I need the next 30 minutes to figure out how to sell ice cream cones to dogs.
You know, I might have some ideas that I could share with you.
At this point, even your immature suggestions couldn't hurt.
I would like to share them, but got so much photocopying to do.
Make some copies for you while you jot them down.
You know, that could work. Thank you, Mr. Clovis. Oh, maybe one of the girls out there can show you where the machine is.
I know where the copy machine is, Stephanie.
Of course you do. Oh, and Aaron, while you're out there, can you get me a cup of coffee? One sweet and mild. We will be there soon, Anthony. Angelina and I have something to take care
She
of.
took a crosstown bus like that.
Honestly, this has never been
Totally.
Well, I'm sure you probably need this star there.
Oh,
I am your day.
we've all seen Stranger.
So is this your whole Takuchi Coochie thing you got going on?
I leave my place.
I have a feeling that this isn't going to work. You know?
I really love those earrings. Josh, if you have them, can you mail them to me?
I don't know if Ashley still has
Those
them.
are all.
Oh, they're great.
Well, then let's.
It looks like something the Amazing Graysons would have used.
Vinny, hey, I wanted to check on you. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, this took a sharp turn.
I don't know what's wrong with me. You're a real nice guy, and I don't know. I just make a mess out of the real nice guys in my life, no matter how hard I try not to. I mean, especially my husband. There are days I'm scared he's lost to me forever.
Crazy. Make crazy face.
Look, I don't want you to get the wrong idea about us or about what I'm going to say. I want to help. I want to make up for what happened. So
I feel like this sounds like Eminem, like Stan. Oh, he did it himself. Oh,
if you want.
He's crazy.
You think?
That bitch is crazy. Okay, somebody call somebody.
Right?
Like it's time has passed.
She's just resting.
In her wig.
In her room. In her den of sin.
And he pulls out the picture of her beloved that she could never be with.
Oh, that's
She's actually a picture of my sister.
That's against protocol.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit beyond protocol at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is our stopping point for right now. We'll be right back after these messages.
I was so uncomfortable in the first season to take my shirt off at all because I just didn't do that. I was the kid who wore his shirt in the pool. I was the grown man who did that in the pool. I never did. Taking my shirt off was terrifying. And I think it's because we've always been taught that that's not something we're supposed to do as larger bodied people. We're supposed to cover up.
Yeah.
I mean, like a woman in a bikini who's plus size. That's not supposed to happen. That nobody would ever wear that. Or men in speedos. Speedos, they're questionable material anyway. But the idea of speedos on a fit, trim, athletic swimmer, great. People love that. People tune into the Olympics just to watch that. But if you put somebody who looks like me in a speedo, they're like, oh, he should not be wearing that.
Yeah.
And that's.
Well, there we go. Now, Josh,
what's that from?
That is F Your Ears podcast. And of course, everybody.
F your fears. F your fears.
I say F your fears. You say F your ears. So,
F those ears. You don't need them.
F your ears. F your fears. That is, of course, from Ashley Monique Menard, who is one of the stars of Skeleton Crew, Demon Doctor, Art of Blowing It,
everything.
Now starring Ashley. So she can't be here with us tonight, but we are promoting her podcast. Of course, Josh is on that episode. I was on an episode. Mark Eugene Garcia has been on an episode. Stuart, have you been on an episode yet?
I did an episode.
Yeah, I mean,
it's forthcoming. And I just found it today from Ashley because I follow her on Instagram and I follow her F Your Fears podcast on Instagram that she was number 32 in Austria on Apple.
What?
Look, you get big in Germany, that counts.
Yeah.
So that's pretty darn cool, I think. So if you're not tuning in to F Your Fears, you're missing out on some really wonderful and refreshing content, I think. And you get to hear people talk really honestly about themselves.
Well, speaking of talking honestly, let's take
it's one of my favorite movies ever.
To take a look at this scene that Kimberley had told Josh that she got a little inspiration from this.
You have to unmute it though, Nakia.
Oh, is it muted?
Can you please hold?
Cream, sugar, sweet and low.
Come on,
Benicio,
people,
it's so
I'm
young.
late for a meeting here. Let's go, 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 go.
Excuse me, what is this? Sweet and low? No. This is not sweet and low. This is equal. Blue packet. Sweet and low is pink. See? Equal blue, sweet and low pink. It's not the same thing, is it? Well, I think they both contain the same. What equal contains is not my concern here. I don't care if it has fucking fairy dust in it. What I am concerned with is detail. I asked you to go get me a packet of sweet and low. You bring me back equal. That isn't what I asked for. That isn't what I wanted. That isn't what I needed. And that shit isn't going to work around here.
And that's the tea.
You thought. Do me a
We've all been there, right?
Shut up, listen, and learn.
Especially with Kevin Spacey.
I remember sitting in my apartment and we were about to film that scene that you just saw, and Kimberly said, "I want to add something to it." And then she showed me that scene. And she's like, "Let's add this little bit at the end, this little button at the end about Sweet and
A
Low."
little Easter egg for those Kevin Spacey fans.
Some things don't age well, but that's okay.
It's still a fucking good movie, though.
And it's still interesting for people to hear what you were thinking about in channeling, I think, when we're acting,
Absolutely.
when we're working.
Yeah.
And there's definitely some things that we are seeing a lot of things being buttoned up here as we are at the season finale. Josh, there's a ton of stories that you're kind of starting to wrap up, even though we're at the halfway point. I mean, you've got somebody that's died. We haven't even seen Anthony yet. Tell us a little bit more.
Murder.
Well, I mean, that's what I like to do with murder. I mean, I like murder. Murder's great. It's how we roll. But no, I mean, there's a lot of storylines to wrap up, and I like to make the season finales as epic as possible. But I also like to try to plant little seeds here and there for future seasons. We had no idea if we were going to be doing a season 2, but I definitely had ideas for what I wanted to do. I think none of them actually grew because season 2 changes pretty drastically from season 1 in a lot of ways.
You think?
Just a little bit. We got lights too. That's the biggest reason that we changed. You could see us, and that was impressive.
Other changes that you'll be seeing next week, folks. Josh, talk to us about Vinny. Did he really carve that into his own chest?
He did, and that's actually one of the seeds that didn't blossom so much. I never felt like the right way to go back to it, but I definitely was coming up with this idea that Vinny was going to be some sort of psychopath who was going after Hunter in some way, shape, or form.
He would have been the Horatio for Hunter.
Hunter's Horatio, basically.
Yeah. And, of course, we officially say goodbye to Mrs. Gaspar, who's arguably the most unusual pimp I've ever seen. I can't wait to see what's in store for the second half. But before we do, I think we have a very special video from somebody that I want to play for y'all right now. Are y'all ready? Say hi.
Hi, everyone. Ethel here. Hope you're enjoying catching up with the crew on Power Hour. I had a lot of fun being part of the series. I'm in California this summer, and hope everyone's safe and well wherever you are. Bye.
Oh my God!
Oh, that was so sweet.
So I tried to get Nicole on the show, but unfortunately, because she lives in California right now, she's like Kimberley. She's got completely different hours from the rest of us. So and she works on Mondays at the time that she would be on the show for us. So, but she was happy enough to send us a quick little video to say hello. So we love Nicole, and we're so excited to see what she does with season 2 starting next week, because Nicole is hilarious in season 2.
Well, here we go. Back to season 1.
You have a lot to answer for. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this.
Take whatever you want. I don't care. Here.
She doesn't want your wallet, you jackass. She wants to make you pay for what you did to me.
Of course you'd be here. Well, I hope you're happy.
Happy? I mean, why would I be happy? No.
Because karma came at me with a vengeance. She rejected me.
That makes your divorce so much more palatable.
Please.
Like, boo-hoo.
Tell her I'm sorry, and I'll do anything to get her back.
What are you talking about?
You know, man, as soon as they tear up, they turn into bumbling idiots. Come on, let's go.
Just tell Gina I can't go on without her, please.
Jerk blew my cover.
Well,
Oh,
that's
man.
out of the bag.
Hello.
Hello, Carla.
How did her hand just...
The fans go wild.
Please, Carla, that's not helping.
Everybody's favorite chef.
What did she say?
She said that I looked ridiculous.
Ginger hero?
I think that dog collars are very chic.
Very, slave
Sounds
chic.
like a Keystone caper.
Yeah.
I
should be twisting my mustache.
Yeah.
And putting a woman on a railroad track.
It actually is the soundtrack for silent films.
Wake up.
What
Trying
time is it?
something
It's late enough. It's almost
new.
4.
Well, I guess I can get up then.
4 p.m. I'll sleep till 4 p.m.
Maybe we can have that talk now.
No.
People in their 20s, damn it.
I feel like you took this straight out of my current life somehow in the future.
Anthony?
I don't know
Yeah, butter and jelly time. Oh, I remember that stunt.
That was a
amazing.
stunt.
And you look awesome dressed like that.
And by dressed like that, I mean now you're just wearing cuffs.
Dressed? Yes. Wait.
Hey,
what do you mean dressed
you
like
don't
that?
get down on me.
I guess I like it a little more than I'd care to admit I would.
I knew you would.
Is that fake sweat or real sweat from the heat?
Fake.
No, that was
Stuart kept moistening us.
You're not moist enough.
That was my entire first day on set.
We were in a bathhouse, though.
No, I need missed continuity. Get back here.
Sweetest, sexiest, smartest doctor I know.
Aww.
And he's a doctor.
I love you.
Doctor.
Oh.
And I'm married to you.
Who'd have thunk it?
Hunter, they fired me. I've been lying to you for weeks. They fired me, and I'm not a doctor anymore. I'm not anything.
How could you?
Well, I'm not in bed with you because you're a doctor.
Ooh, I'm in bed with you because you're a bottom.
Yeah.
I don't care what you are.
As long as you're a bottom.
As long as you're my Anthony.
Then why have you been trying to fat me up? Just please don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. You're always trying to get me to eat something. If you don't care what I am, then you
Somebody
shouldn't be trying to
donuts.
change me.
I just
We
want
need a donut sponsorship.
Dillard's
You're
donut.
happy when I'm feeding you. You're happy when you're eating. That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, who isn't happy when they're eating ice cream?
Looking enough for you, Hunter? Is that what this is about?
How did we get here?
Oh my
just had
God,
great
no.
sex.
Oh my God, they're such a married couple. Jesus.
Everything? So are we going to talk about Carla?
Ooh, here it comes.
That's it.
I've got to get to the theater by 7.
Oh, now it's all. I gotta go do stuff, huh?
The color is great, Josh.
Anthony,
There is a ticket waiting.
These scenes really pop because of
If you
changes.
can stomach an evening of Greek tragedy.
Anthony.
Ooh, no.
Anthony, I
No,
love
no
you.
need to show us that you're.
I swear I had sex naked.
Maybe that was the jock strap.
He's like, I swear.
Where could he be?
Oh no.
He's never usually late.
Mrs. Gaspar's wig.
It is. Yes.
It's
This
like
is
an
Gaspar?
aging porn. I love it.
You're
I
awfully
sewed
quiet.
that
It's hard
costume.
to breathe
Yeah, I
in
was
your
just
bed
thinking,
right
where
now.
did you get that again?
You're gonna do very poorly in the sewing challenge.
I can sew, but that's better than some of those queens on Drag Race.
Better than some of those queens on Drag Race.
Hello?
Anthony.
You're in the room. You
Yeah.
can't do it.
You know what I want. Why you say you and me hit up that?
Hello.
I already told you.
What is he looking at back here?
Yeah.
The place is pretty dead, but you're not coming in through the front door.
Damn, what a shithole person.
I'm going out on a limb here, letting you come here. I've never done that for anyone ever. Just meet me halfway.
I can't let my frat brothers know what I'm into.
Excellent. So follow my instructions. When you get to my building, go through the alley.
Now, is he always talk like a 40-year-old?
I know.
Or is that just the character?
It's great.
Oh my god.
Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it?
It's like he's Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley.
You know that's not sexy, right? You know you sound like a cheap Harlequin romance.
I wore my nice turtleneck for this, damn it.
Right? I was cosplaying as Steve Jobs when you called.
Don't you have to be at the theater?
Wine?
I'm so upset I can't go to the theater.
Please, come on, Hunter. I need your advice. I'm not good at situations like this. Come on.
Oh.
Huh?
Hey, who are you on the phone with?
No, no one.
Telling anybody that I murdered someone? You wouldn't be doing that, would you? Because, like, we're cool, right? Just one of the nicest murderers ever.
Yes.
See you tomorrow.
Where do you think you're going, Aaron?
Home. It's late and I'm tired.
Well, I'm tired too, but there's still a lot of work left to be done before tomorrow's meeting.
I'll get to it in the morning.
Like hell you will. Do you expect me to scramble around like I did today? The days of half-assing things are over, Aaron. Unless you want me to tell everyone how you've been coming up with your great ideas, you'll do as I say.
And that's the tea.
Fine, but everyone else has gone home for the night, and I think we should too. We can get back to it in the morning.
Well, if I am staying, you are too.
Damn.
Fine. Get to work.
What are you doing?
Going to my desk to get started, like you said.
This is my desk. This is where my ideas coalesce into award-winning.
Oh, yes.
My desk will suit your needs fine. You'll be filing all evening.
Finally. Me.
If you don't do it, who will?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Aaron, we need to speak about your dress code.
No, this is my favorite part.
I love the way you held your hand up like that. Like,
Shop at Colton's.
I don't think it's a thing with me to say I'm not used to being turned down for so long. I'm glad you finally called me.
My priest was busy, so I had no one else to turn to.
Priest! Really funny.
It's been a rough night. I could use a friend.
I understand.
Ah!
I'll be real friendly towards you. You joined
Oh,
San
I'm sure.
to hook up, right? I'm not interested in talking about your problems. Besides, sometimes the best solution to a problem is just to screw until you forget about them.
damn.
Yeah.
Who told you that, Josh?
I mean, you don't want
So
your
many
friends to
men.
sleep with me.
Yeah, what life experience did you draw this from?
Doesn't mean you're not the hottest piece of ass I've come across. Or will. Soon, I hope. People just don't need to know.
That doesn't sound right to me.
What difference does it make? Still don't get me either way.
Who doesn't wear a shirt under their sweater?
I don't always wear a shirt under my sweater.
Come on.
Sweaters are hot.
Oh, I thought they were bursting in on them.
The stage, it
Yeah.
gives me life.
I hate to admit it, but you were brilliant.
I can't do this anymore. I just can't
So true, Blotcher Bear.
sit with all these layers of feelings of irony and sarcasm. I just can't do this anymore.
Uh-oh.
off. What are you talking about?
Will you two please keep it down? You're ruining my moment.
Monica, you're so selfish. Can't you tell that Polly's had a rough day?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Eek! Eek!
Am vengeance. I feel it running through my veins. I owe your husband payback, Polly. Not only did he cheat on you, but he also stole a song from me, and I intend to make him suffer more than ever before.
Go to town. I mean, why don't you just kill him instead of making him cry?
I will enter his office, Deus ex machina style, and I will condemn him for his crimes. I will condemn him and
Survey,
make
Ellen?
him pay in cash.
What is that?
Or in flesh.
Survey from Survey of Dramatic Literature.
My coat. Oh. Wonderful show, ladies. Gina and Polly. I'm sure
Well,
the audience
yay.
will see those flubs.
Still have that nose.
Gina and Polly.
I hate that woman. Do you want to do something tonight?
I know, Gina.
Just make the Kill Bill eyes. Womp, womp.
My pretty little
That's perfect. He can't stand it.
Now, why don't you go sit out front like a good girl?
Love it.
Oof.
Mr. Ashley, what are you doing here?
Grandpa, what are you doing here? Grandpa, why are you walking in? Don't you knock, Grandpa?
Brad?
Get it.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
You can't leave us alone. You have to mock the pain my family's going through.
Mr. Ashley, please.
Grandpa, what are you doing here? Be quiet, Horatio.
I'm not gay.
Please, I had
No.
no anyone. I had no idea that Horatio was Carla's grandson.
Grandpa, I don't know what you're doing.
He was kissing me. I wasn't
Nothing
kissing
to
him.
do with Grandma. You said your parents gave you too much freedom. This is proof. Get out of here.
It's not here, Grandpa. I live here.
I'm gonna leave you two alone. No, you clearly have a lot to talk about.
Horatio, wait,
Why'd he close the door?
You're my family alone, or you're a dead man. Between the monstrosity you turned my life into, and now you're molesting my grandson.
Whoa.
I'll keep my promise.
Other way around there, but cool.
If you only knew.
So much worse in store for Anthony.
Mm.
Oh, you thought that was bad. Maybe Carla was giving him these panic attacks.
Oh no.
You need to stop.
Oh no.
I'll kill you, you bitch. Tearing them apart.
That's good acting for somebody who has to deal with that mannequin.
What? No.
When you get what you want, you get your fill.
With a kiss. It's Barney.
Why give it a boo?
Oh my god, we had to do that so many times.
Be happy with and everything I want.
Back to one.
And it worked.
And
A weird sort of morphine.
a little too high on the contrast for my love.
Keeping them dull and content, oblivious to
How'd she get there?
Carla.
it doesn't last. So we need more
Who's number is that?
Hymenius.
and more.
Who is that?
Why is there a big...
Josh, why are you covered in ketchup?
It's easy to get what you want. When you
Was it a ketchup bottle he broke on your head?
It was a wine bottle. Thank you.
Directed by Stuart Kiczek.
I mean, it was a good effort. I can't assume responsibility there.
Carla as herself. Shout out to Neil Vincent Smith.
Kevin McLeod, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Here we are. That is the season finale. I got to start, Josh, with you, obviously. Tell us about the decision to have Hunter and Anthony have these endings that they do. What were you thinking?
Well, it all comes from the Golden Girls, actually. I mean, believe it or not, I like the Golden. You might say I love the Golden Girls. I know it's hard to believe, but I do. I always really loved how Blanche's stories sort of were about her confronting relationships that she shouldn't be in because they challenge her as a typical relationship. And then Rose's stories were always about this wonderful, happy person being having things that shouldn't happen to her, like an AIDS scare or drug abuse. I mean, you would never think that Rose would be somebody who was addicted to drugs, but she is. And so I thought,
sorry.
Exactly. So with Anthony, he's such a mental character. I wanted to reverse what happens to him. So his problems come about are physical problems. His problems are issues that, in this case, physically abused and beaten. Whereas Hunter is such a physical character, I wanted to have his conflict be at the end of the season a mental problem, and we find out that he's having panic attacks and everything. So everything is from his mental perspective. So I wanted to sort of reverse the two and also show just how well they go together because they suffer and they complement and all that lovely stuff.
Wow, I mean that's pretty intense. So Ellen, tell us this. You saw that last scene. You were in it. Did you think Josh was going to have you murder Apollina in that moment?
No, I didn't think I was going to die. Maybe get horribly disfigured like everyone else, but not. Yeah.
And then, Stuart, I understand that 5 years later, you're still getting sugar glass out of your bedroom.
Side note, yes. Not just that, but the fake blood that was used. You know, when you just let it go everywhere, it just sticks and just happens.
Well, it's also what happened is I bought 3 bottles to film that scene because I was like, we've never done this before, so we might make a mistake. So let's have an extra bottle.
Two safety takes,
And so Richard, Horatio's grandfather, he goes to pick up the bottle. He picks it up so fast and so hard it shatters in his hand.
It literally just fell right out of his hand. It just snapped.
So the first bottle was just a complete waste. We could. It was like
that's hilarious.
So the second bottle, it worked out fine, and Stuart literally just brought the third bottle to my apartment the other day when he was visiting. So
I was cleaning out my closet and I was like, "Oh, I remember this. Josh should have this."
So yes, Horatio's bedroom is also Stuart's bedroom. So
Spoiler.
Telecaster Bear can help you, Stuart, find the sugar glass. So
spoilers.
Kimberly, could you help us? Are you satisfied with Stephanie's revenge, or would you have taken it further?
You know what? I actually think it's quite dignified. I'll take it. I think it's quite classy. I thoroughly enjoy that she got rid of that ridiculous elephant as well. She'll never be on a desk.
So funny. And then Josh, you want to pull up some of our guests, our viewers at home. We asked you, what is your favorite episode of season 1 of Skeleton Crew? Let's see what some folks have to say. I don't have a favorite episode yet, but I like them all. Thank you, Lamar.
I have to agree that's a good answer. It's very good.
You think?
If anyone else has an answer, that's the only one that we've heard.
Oh, okay.
Stuart, in the meantime, what's your favorite episode of season 1, Stuart?
I would say it was the funeral. Not just because I'm in it. Just because it was one of those.
That's a good enough reason right there. But
it was one of those tricky days that we were worried about how it would come together, and then magically through the power of perseverance and sticking with it, making creative compromises, it all just gelled, and it worked out. And I love those moments.
Ladies, Ellen, Kimberly, do you have
For me, it's a toss-up between one. I know, because it's a hot mess-ish, but it's just so it captures like what you wanted to do at the beginning, and it shows everyone, and everyone is on camera at the same time. I think it's one of the only times we're all on camera at the same time. So one, or when Gina decides to like, that's it, become a slut. It's great. Like, episode 2, I don't remember.
That was episode 2. You drop your jacket. You're like, I'm here to have sex with you. So
I will say with the finale, I like a good cliffhanger. I like a good who shot JR moment, and I feel there's in there, So I'll say this season,
especially with the person kind of creeping up at the end.
Yeah, what's that all about, Josh? What was that?
Right.
So that was a very difficult thing to cast. So thankfully, we had some extras on set that day, and he just wandered up and took care of that for us. But that meant that I had to find somebody who looked like him for when we actually dealt with that in the future. So.
Okay, spoiler, that was me. Literally, like I need someone big enough to just fill the door frame from the other side and look big and imposing. I can do that for you.
We are nearing the end. We are at the end of this week's episode of the SideKick Power Hour. Josh, what are we in store for next week?
Well, next week, I am very excited to move on to season 2, where really things change dramatically. Like I said, the lights come, and we got a new camera. So it's a huge new world. Plus, we just really learn. We really retool the show a little bit and really go into what people really liked about season 1 and do more of that. Not that anyone didn't like anything about season 1, but yeah.
Well, I certainly had a blast on season 1. WS Round says my favorite episode is the first episode because it was so quirky and fun that if it didn't catch me then, I wouldn't have watched the rest. I have to say I didn't answer before, and I would say the first episode is my favorite as well. And part of it is because you're all on the screen together, but the other part is that even if there wasn't a show, that episode would stand alone as like a piece of its own. It's so tense, and it's almost like an Oscar Wilde play, So
from Josh, no.
Yes.
Finally, someone said what we've all been thinking.
I mean,
Do you guys remember a couple years ago when Pizza Rat was a thing?
Yeah.
I was Pizza Rat for Halloween, and that was part of my costume. So.
Okay, well, Ellen, thank you so much for being here and bringing Pizza Rat with us. Will you be tuning in next week?
Every week. And well.
Oh, good. And then, of course, Kimberley, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. What shirt are you wearing? Is that Barbara?
It could be Streisand, yes.
I love it. And, of course, our beloved Father Anglicus, Stuart Kiczek, thanks again. Please be careful walking on sugar glass. I think Andy has a song about that.
Yeah, going to be real careful.
And, of course, y'all know me. I'm Nakia. This is Josh. This is the SideKick Power Hour. We do this every Monday at 8 o'clock, mostly live. Some of this is pre-recorded. We won't tell you how much or what. You have to decide. But we'll be back here next week, and we will be doing all kinds of fun stuff as we get into season 2, episode 1 of Skeleton Crew. We're doing this every week. Thanks so much. All things from the SideKick Productions universe. And I thought I was going to forget all my lines. Because it's a body positive show.
I read for the role of Hunter, and